Well, basically, June 21st, 2016, I had a domestic argument with my partner, verbal domestic. Police were called. I was arrested on suspicion of domestic violence. I was in the police station for a number of hours. There was released no further action, no charge. Didn't see fit for a charge. No case to answer, basically. So I've toddled off home like it's normal. Just trying to make sure everything's okay, see my kids, because I missed them. I've been in the cells a few hours. Obviously, seeing me get arrested didn't good for them. First time this happened. I get some curses at the dad's, so like I phone Kershaw, speak to my son, like see my daughter, because my son was speaking at that point. My daughter was only a couple of months old.
And Kershaw was your girlfriend at the time?
Yeah, she still is to this day. So, yeah, we talked for a couple of days. I was FaceTiming my son every day, do you know what I mean, to keep that some sort of contact with my boy. After about 3 days, she decided she wanted to come home. Like, I couldn't wait, so I drove up, grabbed her and the kids, obviously brought them home. Next thing I know is about 2 days later, I guess a social worker phoned my phone. I speak to Kershaw, please. I was like, no, you can't. She went, no, well, she turned around and she straight away said, well, I know you control her, and I know that she's in an abusive relationship. I said, pardon? I said, no, you can't speak to her.
Did you ever meet this social worker?
No, it was a personal reference. I said, pardon? I said, excuse me, love. I said, don't you think you're talking to? I said, you can't speak to her because she's not here. Do you know what I mean? I said, but thank you for the compliment. She was like, I want to do a child welfare check on the kids. So crack on. Not wrong with my kids, you know where I live, whatever. So she decides to come to my house at 10 o'clock at night. And she comes with a police officer. She walks in. And she's there to do a child welfare check, man.
Yeah.
She decided to have an argument with me for 15 minutes, tell me to get out of my own house. I said, all right, you've got to tell me to get out of my house.
So what did she say when she went in? What kind of...
Basically, she came in with the officer. She said, I don't feel comfortable with you being here, Kershaw and the kids. I said, on what basis?
And this is something you've never met?
Yeah, never spoke to her, apart from when she phoned me and was made it personal preferences.
Yeah.
So I said, excuse you. I said, I don't care what you feel. I said, I can't be bothered with another charge for nothing, innit? And the cop had turned and he said to me, oh, come on, Dan, you know the script, like we don't want no issues, your kids are upstairs. So I said, okay. And we had a little argument for about 5-10 minutes. I said, considering you're here to make sure you're checking on the welfare of my children, I said, you're the one that's causing the distress in my house.
Yeah.
And then she looked at me and said, I don't see how you wasn't charged. I said, well, tough luck, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I said, there was no charge because I never struck her. At the time I was like 16 stone, so I said, if I hit her, there'd be some sort of mark on her.
Yeah.
So I mean, she was only 9.5 stone, I was 16 stone at the time. So I was like, on what basis, on what probability, realistically, let's be honest, what right have you got to come to my house and basically call me an abuser?
Yeah.
So she looked at the police officer, and this is how you know the social services just don't like not having their own way. Said, I want the CPS to look at the case again, the one in charge. The copper looked at them and said, it don't work like that. She walks out of my house. I give her a couple of minutes, I looked at her, so I said, what haven't she done? So what do you mean? I said, what haven't she done? So I've opened the door, walked up behind her, the copper's coming across the road. I said, excuse me. She shut the door. I don't want to speak to you, I don't want to speak to you. I knocked the window, I said, excuse me. She goes, I don't want to speak to you. Turn around then. I said, no. I said, I just got a question. I said, can you get your book out, please, and record this as well? Yeah. I said, considering you're coming to my house to do a welfare check on my children, you spent 15 minutes to talk to me and walk straight out of my house and didn't bother walking up them stairs to see my kids.
So she obviously wasn't that concerned.
I said, there's your concern.
Yeah.
Right? And that's the only point I wanted to make. I wasn't trying to have annoy her or antagonise her. I just thought, you know what, I'll give her a few minutes, see if she comes back to do what she said she wanted to do. And I walked up the street then and I was like, well, considering you've made such a fuss for the concern of my children, the welfare of my children, all you've done is make personal references to myself, stamp your feet because I haven't been charged, and walk straight out of my house. Well, at this point, she got out of the car, and my sister come over, and she dismissed my sister straight away. And I turned around then, and with the copper there, personally and my sister, I said, listen, if you've got that much of a problem, I'll go with my sisters tonight. I said, and then I'll speak to your manager tomorrow. I said, because I don't like the way you've come to my house.
Yeah.
I said, to do your job, as you put it. I said, and you really haven't. I said, you come to throw me personal insults, tell me I had the wrong decision,
Yeah.
and walk out of my house.
Yeah.
So I looked at Kirsty and I said, I'll meet you in Mambo's in the morning with the kids. She went, well, that's not going to happen.
So she's telling you can't meet
I said, what do you mean? I said, you're telling me. I said, I'm willing to go to my sisters. I said, which I don't have to. Let's be fair.
Yeah.
I said, and when I'm saying to my missus, I'll meet her in a public place with my kids.
Yeah.
That's not suitable.
And there's no court order this time.
There was nothing in place.
Yeah,
That's the reason why I was getting
just-
annoyed, thinking, who do she think she is?
Yeah.
She got in the car then and she drove off. Well, I'm out with Kirsty and the kids. 2 days later, gets a phone call. You're in court in 45 minutes. You need to get a solicitor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in court in 45 minutes. I'm going to get a solicitor. 45 minutes notice. So you mad?
Yeah.
On what basis? What grounds? You'll find out when you're in court. What? I said, listen, mate. I said, I'm not even into social services. I said, you haven't contacted me for an emergency meeting. You haven't contacted me for a PLO meeting. You haven't contacted me for a child and care meeting. You haven't contacted my probation officer.
Yeah.
I said, so where's the procedure before you try taking me to court? I said, on what grounds?
Yeah.
I said, because I was released from the police station with no further action. So we went to court, and
And you didn't have a solicitor this time, so
No.
they only give you 45
45 minutes notice.
Yeah.
And according to the law, actually, you're supposed to have a 7 days notice.
Yeah.
They're supposed to serve you 7 days, give you ample opportunity to defend yourself. But yeah, I went to court, and they said they was worried about the relationship, and
Who said?
so the local authorities said they was worried about the relationship, and obviously the concerns regarding the arrest. So I stood
So
up
this
in
isn't the police, this
no,
is the social services.
services.
Who've only been to your house once after the incident, gone to them and said that they're concerned about your relationship.
Yeah.
After a 15-minute interview with you where they come and try provoking you. Yeah.
Basically, yeah. So I stood up in court because obviously I didn't have a solicitor, and I looked at the judge. I said, on what grounds have you got to be concerned on my relationship?
Yeah.
I said, what grounds have you got to be concerned on my relationship? I said, I've been with my parent 3.5 years. And I said, if you look at your police national computer, you've got 2 police call-outs in 3.5 years.
Yeah.
I said, you've hardly got 5 call-outs in January, 3 in February, you had the rest in March, a couple in April. Do you know what I mean? I said, you've hardly got a consistent amount of call-outs to raise alarm and concern.
Yeah.
So the judge said they were not here for that today, they were here for the local authority's application. I thought you've taken a piss. Like.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, whatever. And then I sat down, obviously got adjourned. Well, the original concern was the relationship. We'd gone off, and they said they was going to do all these black orders and do these meetings, and we'll have contact. Well, the only contact we ever had was court dates. There was no attempt to do any meetings. There was nothing to say we need to work with you on. It was just strictly court dates.
So they said the original concern was about your relationship.
Yeah.
Yet the police have said no further action. You've had 2 incidents in 3.5 years.
Which was brought up in court.
Which was brought up in court, yeah. And then they were saying they were concerned about the relationship.
Yeah.
Okay, after 15 minutes, come to your house.
Yeah, for 15 minutes, didn't even check on my kids.
Didn't even check on your kids. Okay, so what happened in the court case?
Well, basically, we went back to court and they changed their concern from the relationship to our parenting.
Okay.
Now, this is where it got interesting for me, and this is where I did start getting frustrated. So, I said, how can you have concerns about my parenting?
On what basis did they have concerns on your parenting?
They didn't say, they just said they've got concerns with the parenting. So, I turned around, I said, well, we've done a parenting assessment only a year before,
Yeah.
and we passed, no problem.
Yeah.
So, like, I don't see how one incident
Yeah.
compiles on what should be reassessed.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I said that's like a judge getting a sentence wrong because someone was found innocent through new evidence, and you're saying they need to go and sit the bar again. I said, we don't make them do it, innit?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I tried, like they would call me a smart ass, and I said, no, I'm not trying to be a smart ass, I'm just giving them an example.
Yeah.
So I said, I just don't see what the reasons are.
And all this is in the court at the moment, Jack?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he turned around then, and they said, well, that's what we want you to do. So I turned around and I said, from 2014 when Bailey was born, up to the incident, me and Kirsch had worked with 7 professionals, which we got all their reports.
Yeah.
In writing, 7 different professionals, including a offender manager for myself. And there's never ever been one concern or one referral.
Do you think that's a little bit overboard, 7 referrals?
No, there was no referral. That's what I'm saying. We work with 7 professionals.
Yeah.
And not one had a referral. Like no one give a bad report, and there was never no concern or referral.
Why 7 professionals in the first place?
Obviously, we had the social worker, midwife, support worker. There was all different people.
Ah, I see.
Do you know what I mean? It wasn't like social work after social work. It was like it was different people, different professions.
Yeah.
We worked with 7 different professionals.
Yeah, I see.
And none of them raised any concern or put a referral in to say that they was concerned about me and Kershaw.
Yeah.
Now bear in mind, we were seeing the midwife every 2 weeks at this point. So
Yeah.
if the midwife ain't seen nothing, after seeing
Yeah.
us on a regular basis,
Yeah.
and having no concerns, I don't know how someone that don't know me can go to court and say, well, I've got a problem.
Yeah. It all seems to be stemmed from one person coming to
it
your
was.
house after the incident and creating this issue.
Yeah, well,
So subsequently, how did that? What happened in the court case?
well, as the court case went on, they appointed a child guardian. Now obviously, I'm not proud about this, but I had a guardian for my older son when I was younger. And this guardian comes to the prison when I was in there, and she basically told me I was never going to see my son because of the way I was, because I was violent. I did threaten the guardian at this point, which was 2010.
Yeah, all frustration.
I did threaten the guardian, I pushed the table into her and I got restrained and taken off the visit.
Yeah.
Now, I was released in 2012 from prison, and from 2012 like till now, I've only seen the prison for 10 weeks at a time, forever matters regarding my case, because I won't keep my mouth shut about my kids.
Yeah.
I've never been in trouble for violence or anything like that. So like even probation gave me a letter for court saying I was a rehabilitated character and like I'd come on leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
So you would have thought I'd weigh something to the court
Yeah.
to say to the judge, well, like you're coming to court saying one thing, but there's a offender manager that deals with them on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
They're saying they got no concern. So like, how can they overlook someone who's worked with me for over like a 10-year basis,
Yeah.
which haven't raised no concerns, to someone I've never met and never even sat down in a room and had a drink with. Do you know what I mean? So I wasn't happy with her.
Yeah.
But then
What was you in prison for, if you don't mind me asking?
when
When you was before?
aggravated robbery,
Okay. And then that's finished in, since, when did you come out? And you never had no trouble after that?
I come out 2012. I finished my license with no problems whatsoever.
Yeah.
Still back to the guardian. I threatened this guardian in 2010, and then 2016 when they're putting a guardian in the place for my kids.
Yeah.
It's the same person I threatened to kill in 2010.
Right.
So I had strong objections about it, obviously saying, well, it's a conflict of interest for one, and if she's not going to accuse herself in the case, is professional misconduct.
Yeah.
Because as far as I'm concerned, she should know better with her experience to turn around and say, well, with the problems we've had, she can work to the best of her ability to make sure Bailey and Peyton get the fair results.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And as I get into the interview, I'll explain more about that as well.
Okay.
So
if we go back to the court case,
Yeah.
and then, so what happened, because subsequently they took your kids?
Yeah, we was allowed 2 hours a week. No, 3 hours a week.
Yeah.
Hour and a half
Can you
for
tell
time.
me about what happened with them taking your kids away?
What do you mean?
The judge, so the judge ordered
Yeah,
your
the
kids.
judge ordered an hour and a half contact Tuesday and Thursday, and that was it. And
And then after the social worker, one social worker came out
yeah,
for 15 minutes, didn't even check on the kids. You went to court, and then they took the kids off you.
yeah, they put my kids on SGO for social services,
Okay. What's SGO?
special guardianship order. So,
Okay. How do you feel about that?
obviously, I was angry. Like
Yeah.
like I said, they didn't have no cause to take my kids in the manner they took them.
Yeah.
I worked with enough people, and there was enough reports to say that there was no. As far as I'm concerned, through the reports of the people I worked with, which I actually worked with, and that took the time to come and see me, come to my house, which you would have thought that had more of an insight and more of a right really to make them sort of decisions.
Yeah.
To have them reports from them, which are saying there's no concern, we had such positive feedback and everything.
Yeah.
To have someone I've never met and she sort of overrides everything I worked for.
Yeah. It's completely.
I felt let down and I felt like my kids were being stolen.